What's going on, folks? Nate here at Tool Dyno Works, and we are tuning yet another MT-10. We have flashed and tuned literally thousands of FZ and MT-10s, more than anybody else on the planet, and this one just happened to come in with a full Austin Racing exhaust. He did not just want to do the cat delete, so he got the full system, which is blowing up nicely here on the dyno, brought it on over to us, completely bone stock from a tuning perspective, and here's the before and after. As you can see there, stock, this thing is all over the map when it comes to fueling, and it still has all the throttle-by-wire restrictions in place, the ignition timing restrictions that are in the stock mapping are still there, and it only makes 131.5 horsepower, and it's not happy. Now, like I said, we flashed and tuned literally thousands of these things, and we will never get sick of doing it. So we already knew exactly what this thing was going to make to the tire, and the customer was stoked to see it all in action. So we went ahead and got the ECU flash with our mapping that you'd get, say, if you were to mail it in to us, and then went ahead and performed our custom dyno tuning and smoothed those out, though 2, 3, maybe 4% differences in fueling from one spot to another, just because there's a few percent difference from one bike to another. And he got to watch the entire thing, and he is pumped because it now makes 152.5 horsepower to the tire. There's a before and after overlaid, and as you can see, the huge hole that was there at about 5,000 to 6,000 RPMs is now a completely flat torque curve, and at the very top end, the gains are insane. I'll put the highlight on there for just a second, but I believe that's actually about 31 horsepower at the very top end of the RPM range that he's picked up. Yep, that went from 121.8 horsepower at 11,400 RPMs to 152.2, so that is a 30.5 horsepower jump just from an ECU flash and proper tuning. This guy was already actually in love with the bike before he went ahead and put on the pipe and brought it into us, but his one complaint was the throttle, which is everybody's complaint. These things are twitchy and snatchy right out of the factory, and with our custom throttle-by-wire mapping, it will feel like a completely different machine. It is smoother, stronger, and runs cooler now than it ever has before with our custom mapping in place. So I'm going to go ahead and get it unhooked from the dyno and get this guy back on the road, but if you guys would like to get your FZ or MT-10 properly flashed and dialed in, give us a call or shoot us an email if you have any questions. Our email is support@tooldynoworks.com, and you can purchase the flash for these bikes on our website, twowheeledinoworks.com.